Hi everyone, I think it's time for a yoga break at our desk, so let's close up shop. No stretchy pants required. So just give yourself a little bit of room at your desk and we'll get started here with some nice easy cat and cow. Lift your head, arch your back. Exhale, tuck your chin down, round your back. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, dropping your chin. Inhale, just loosening everything up, especially from working on the computer. Exhale, drop your chin. And one more time, nice big inhale, lifting the head all the way up. And then relax, just coming to seated. And now make sure that you have enough space that you're not going to hit your head on your desk as we move into a nice forward fold. So relax your head down, spread your feet a little bit wide, let your arms just dangle here. Maybe shake your head a little bit like yes and like no, releasing any tension that might be building up there. Perfect. A nice big inhale, come all the way up. And we're just going to release our neck here. So placing one hand on the head, just very gently tipping your head to one side. And you can reach underneath your chair just for a little bit of extra traction here. Breathing into the stretch. Good. And then coming up, going on the opposite side. And if you can't fit your hand underneath your chair because the back of the chair is there, just put your hand underneath your thigh as you lean the opposite way, anchoring that side down. Being nice and gentle here. Our bodies do get so tight and tense from working at a screen or anything working with our arms forward. Maybe you're a cook or a driver, or you work at a manufacturing plant. These are all good stretches that you could do multiple times throughout the day. Just take a little breather and stretch for a couple of minutes. Good. This next one's one of my favorites. So it's called Eagle, and we're just going to do the arms. So stretch your arms out nice and far, and then bring your arms to crisscross in the front, and then you're going to twist them around and up together. And if they don't come all the way together, that's not a problem. It could look something like this, or maybe you decide just to give yourself a big giant hug. But your goal here is to think about pushing the elbows forward, broaden between your shoulder blades, and try to lift the elbows up off your chest as much as you can. And this will really help to open between the back of the shoulder blades, a place that gets particularly tight for seated and desk work. Good. Release, stretch the arms out. And then now we're going to crisscross the opposite way. So the other arm comes in front as we scoop together, lifting the elbows, broadening between the shoulder blades. And remember, this could turn into a big hug if that feels better for you. Really just moving into the position that's giving you the most productive stretch as we work to lift the elbows and push the elbows forward. Good. Release, open up, lift your chin, bringing your arms back down as we move into a nice gentle twist here. So as you sit up nice and tall, let's go on ahead and look over to your left side. Start to turn. You can put your hand on your desk. You could put it on the back of your chair. You could just leave them on your thigh here. Breathing nice and deep. And remember, as we move into a twist, twist should feel comfortable, not cumbersome for your back. So if it feels painful, that's a sign that you're twisting a little too far, a little too deep for your body today. Good. And as you unwind, let's twist the opposite direction here. Taking one last deep breath, and as you exhale, coming back to center. And now we're going to stand for the next couple of postures, and we're going to use our desk to help with our balance and just to get into a couple of the postures. So you can stand on up here, and you can definitely just push your chair off to the side for now. because we're not going to need it for the next little bit. So just standing either with one hand on your desk, or you might decide to go both hands on your desk, but I'll do it facing you so you can see. We're going to use our desk for balance as we drop down into Malasana stretch. So this is this nice wide squat stretch. And if you are doing it with both hands on the desk, definitely you can reach and pull on the desk just a little bit. Make sure that it's secure and you're not going to pull it over, but that you're pulling it, and that will help you stretch out through the back as well as make it easier for you to drop down into that squat position. Opening up through the groins, releasing some tension through the lower back as well as the upper back as we give that desk a little bit of a pull. Perfect, and let's come on back up. And then we're going to use our desk to come into desk puppy. And this definitely is one of my favorite stretches as well. Lots of favorites in today's class. So walk your hands forward on the desk, and you can either have your elbows hanging off or they can be on the desk. It just might depend on how much space you have or how flexible you are. As you walk further back, it gives you a little bit more room to drop down. As you sink down, let your tummy relax. Push your bum back. Let your head and neck release here as you start to fall into the open space. Tipping your sitting bones up to the roof, finding just a little bit of curve in your lower lumbar spine. As you release everything through the back, opening up the front of the chest and the shoulders here. Perfect, and then slowly coming back up to stand. And we're going to continue to use our desk here and do a desk reach through. So I'm going to show you from this angle. So you're going to start by putting your one hand on the desk. The other hand, you're going to reach it as high up to the ceiling as you can. And then as you exhale, reach your arm through and reach over to the opposite side while you're pushing back through your bum, reaching in the opposite direction. Perfect, and one more time, let's sweep that same arm up towards the roof, and it's like a thread the needle as we reach through. Good, and release, and then let's switch hands here. So reaching the arm up, and then reaching it through. Hello there, yogis. Thanks for joining today's desk yoga class. Perfect, and reaching up and stretching through. And even if you don't work at a desk, it doesn't mean that you can't participate in today's class. You could use your counter, any kind of table or chair that you have. Perfect, and come on back through and come on up. And we're going to finish today's practice with, this is my favorite desk yoga posture. I do this all the time when I'm working in the office. I'm going to show you the easiest version first that you can do on your chair for those that might have some mobility issues, or if your desk just isn't very sturdy, or if it's too high for you to get into the position. So we can come into a chair pigeon where you cross one leg over, provide a little gentle downward pressure to the knee, and either just staying here sitting tall, or if it pleases your body, you can start to fold forward any amount, finding the right amount of stretch for you. And you're going to feel this right in the buttock of the leg that's crossed over. If you're able to maybe be a little bit more adventurous today, we're going to go into our desk pigeon. So I'm going to take my one leg up and I'm going to put it on my desk. Now, you're thinking this might seem really weird if you work in an office, but let's make this the new normal, because this is an excellent stretch, especially for everybody that spends a lot of time seated. And if you work in an office, that's probably you. So you're going to slide the back leg back as much as you like. And if you're a little bit shorter, you might need to come up on your tippy toe, or you could always stick a book or a yoga block underneath your foot. If you're someone who's a little bit taller, that's not me, but you could bend the bottom leg a little bit more to deepen the stretch for you. So you might be just perfect right here, hanging out in a nice tall variation of this pigeon stretch. You're welcome to let your body start to fold forward if that feels fine for you. And you may also enjoy coming into a little bit of a twist here. So twisting around towards the bent knee. either staying higher or starting to fold forward here. And again, we're going to feel this right in the glute, the buttocks of the leg that's lifted up on your desk. Perfect, and come on back to the start. We'll sneak our leg down, and then we'll go ahead and get into that position on the opposite side. So lifting the leg up, taking a moment to let your body settle in here. And remember, if this feels like it's too much for you, you absolutely can go and do the chair version. Likewise, you could also come into a standing variation where you're using your desk for balance and doing this option for pigeon. So there is an option for everybody here. Don't let that be the reason that stops you from opening up your hips. Good, and remember those variations when we're doing the pigeon on the desk is you may like to fold forward. You may also like to start to twist around towards the knee that is bent or that is up on your desk. And just make sure that you're feeling a mild, gentle stretch here. Nothing too demanding, nothing too intense. We don't want to shock our bodies. We just want it to get relaxed and open. Perfect, and let's come on out of that stretch. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed your little work break. We will finish with our hands at our heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do join again for other classes. This is the 4th class in the series of chair yoga. There's also plenty of other great yoga classes on my channel, whether you like Vinyasa Flow, whether you like Yin, there is something for everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining. And again, I'm Tovah Fenske. Namaste.